Hey guys, so this is my YouTube video, very first one, and I'm going to read you some of my book. Let's believe I'm an author. I've written 2 books. That's my first published one. So this is actually in response to a promise that I made to a very dear friend of mine and that I'm keeping. So I'm going to read out my book to you for absolutely free. Hope you enjoy it. It took me 2 years, 125,000 words, and it's a real labor of love for me. It came from my heart. Everything I heard, I put into this book. And it's also in response to one of my awesome young driver kids. You kids are absolutely amazing. You're an inspiration every single day, and thank you so much for your support. So a big shout out to my young driver kids at where I work. So I am going to read you Believe, which is a dystopian story set about kids on the run from a brutal empire who want to find a better life for themselves and rescue themselves from the tyranny and the oppression that they have been subjected to by a really, really horrible, brutal regime who forces child labor out of them in exchange for keeping them alive, giving them food. So I'll read you some of that. I hope that you don't turn away the first page. Please don't turn away the first page. Also, I have read this book, How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh, which is absolutely amazing. I would wholeheartedly recommend it. This woman is phenomenal. She's a movie star, she's a celebrity, she's an entrepreneur. If you want to be successful in your own business, if you just want general advice on how to be successful in life, how to recover from your downfalls, then this is a read for you. I would highly recommend. She's an awesome woman and she has written an awesome book. Also, I am reading at the moment, halfway through this one. It's called Unstoppable by Maria Sharapova. Now, Maria is a complete hero for me. She is a character builder. This book has touched me quite deeply. It's a story of a little girl from an impoverished background from Russia who made her way with her father all alone to America. She couldn't speak a word of English, and she found herself going through a lot of hardships and adversities, and her strength of character, the way that she went through the challenges that she was thrown at in life, is an absolute inspiration. So I'm reading it, I'm loving it. I would highly recommend you go out there and please read this book. It is amazing. And now, without further ado, I'll give mine, Believe, a quick read for you guys. Hope you like it. And here we go. So this is Believe, Chapter 1, Page 1. Why won't anybody help me? My mind repeats the question over and over as my expectant eyes search for help, which my sinking heart concludes will never come. My blood races, heart pounds. As I take another hit to the side of my face, a dull thud registers, followed by a moment of darkness before the pain radiates off my burning face. I spit blood which forms a round patch of crimson where it lands on the dry, thirsty, sun-baked ground of the arena. My lungs work overtime to supply air to my tense, aching muscles. I look up at the clear blue sky, shining brilliantly as it witnesses my desperation. The sun furiously beats down upon me as I wipe the sweat away from my forehead with the back of my hand. I am trembling and exhausted as I take in the hopelessness of my situation and find it increasingly difficult to breathe. I eye my 2 opponents. They have barely broken a sweat as they rotate their swords, slicing a horizontal figure of 8 through the air, flexing the taut muscles on their impressive torsos. Both of them, bigger and stronger than myself, confident of an assured victory, they casually walk closer, aligning themselves at equal distance to my right and left. For them, a quick victory and my imminent death means freedom from the bondage of slavery and a new life free from the misery of poverty. For me, the life of my 10-year-old younger sister hangs in the balance. I lose this fight, and she loses her life. As long as I can stay alive and keep fighting, she will keep breathing. I glance nervously in her direction. Her fear-drenched, widened eyes are streaming tears down her pale, thin face as she calls out to me in a desperate child's trembling voice, "Joseph." A frightened, Younger sister's desperate plea to her older brother to save her from the cruel and heartless situation we both find ourselves in. I had drawn a deep breath and forged my heart with all the precious courage I can muster. With the responsibility of my sister's life weighing on my shoulders, I gripped the swords I am holding in each hand tightly, and in a last-ditch desperate attempt to keep my sister alive, prepare myself for my last stand. Looking into the confident eyes of my opponents, I launched myself at them, hitting with every last ounce of strength my exhausted body can provide. I strike with enough ferocity to push both of them back, our metal blades clashing against each other, igniting sparks. My intensity takes them by surprise. I know I can't win. My death is inevitable, but if I must go, then I will do everything I can to take them with me. I fight and hit with intensity and rage I've never felt before. I cut my opponent's skin and draw blood. He stumbles back in pain and disbelief. Enraged, they both reply by unleashing a vicious counterattack. Every time I'm hit, it feels like a hammer blow. My entire body shudders and trembles violently. My limbs burn with pain, and they quickly strike the sword out of my left hand. Their onslaught continues as I try to defend myself using my remaining sword. I'm cut, and my blood paints the ground red. My sister gives out a half-muted cry, drowned by her tears, realizing I'm prepared to die and kill them both so that my sister can live. My opponents hit back at me with primeval vengeance. I'm punched, kicked, and their blades cut through my skin, making me jump in pain. They emphatically make me believe they want the exact same thing as I do: to live, to survive. Darkness beckons and my legs tremble with exhaustion. My eyes plead to everyone in a desperate last search for help, where all I see is the zealous glee of excitement in the spectating state nobles' eyes as they realize one of us is about to die soon, and for them this is the ultimate high in entertainment. When my eyes lock with my fellow onlooking slave children, most of them lower their glances in shame. They can speak no words, yet the undeniable anguish etched on their faces speaks volumes. Others just stare back, knowing they will have it no different when it's their turn to fight tomorrow. Knowing my time is short, a desperate pang of pain rises up to the back of my throat as I realize all the things I will never be able to do. Watch my sister grow, take care of my ailing mother, raise a family of my own, live to see the majesty of a new sunrise. Another savage blow sends me crashing on my knees. I'm spent. I have nothing left to fight back with. I can sense the end is near. People say that before you die, your entire life flashes before you, but all my terrifying mind can think is, how could this happen to us? How did I end up fighting for my sister's life when just 2 days ago I was a newlywed, holding on to my childhood love, surrounded in the safety and comfort of my family and friends? It was the last night of my 16th year of life. Tomorrow would be my 17th birthday, and it would also be the last time we could ever be together. So we decided to do the unthinkable and break the most severe law of the governing state empire, punishable by death if we were caught. On that night, in the presence of our few family members and cherished friends, in one of the last remaining outlawed and hidden houses of God, we got married. So we'll leave it there for today. That's page 3 we're up to, and it's not a huge book, so we'll sort of race through it for you, and hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Please comment, like, subscribe, dislike, do whatever you like to do. I still love you guys anyway, and I'll keep reading this. We will also do other cool stuff we've got lined up. We are big petrol heads, me and my younger brother, so we've got some cool cars that we're going to review for you, and we're going to hopefully make some profit, teach you how to buy and sell on profit as well. We know something about that, so we've been doing it for a while. Also, we're going to do some fitness stuff, press-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, 30-day challenges. We do Wing Chun training, martial arts kung fu training, so we'll show you a few tricks that we've learned, and hopefully we will keep going with Believe. So thank you so much, guys. We will also try and review other books. I'll try and review other books for you, game reviews, book reviews, whatever you guys like. Just let me know, and if I can do it, I will give it my best, very best for you. But now I'll love you and leave you, so thank you so much for bearing with me, and I'll see you guys soon.